Hello Blizzard fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is game 2 between GunGFuBanDa and Jaedong on Coda, the latter edition. This is from the round of 32 group stage of WCS 2015 that wrapped up just a few weeks ago, and this is the winner's match, which means both of these players won a bunch of games and they're playing each other because they are winners. Alright, now I'm going to spoil game 1 for you, so if you haven't watched it, go back and watch game 1. I'll wait for you here. It's YouTube. It's video on demand. And spoilers ahoy! GunGFuBanDa won game number 1 here. We're going to go ahead and give him a fancy... Oh, no, not Jaedong. Dang it, I'm still getting the hang of this thing. Da 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 da. 1 there. Jaedong 0 there. Perfect. GunGFuBanDa won game 1 with a crazy 7-gate, 2-base all-in that I don't think Jaedong was quite ready for. I mean, honestly, it kind of caught him by surprise. He went 3 hatch before pool early, tried to go for a lair, but all of a sudden, a whole ton of stalkers and zealots showed up right at his front door. He made a bunch of lings. They did have +1. He just didn't quite have the macro to deal with it. So, pretty crazy stuff there from the 16-year-old German Protoss player GunGFuBanDa. But before we get any too further into that discussion, let's go ahead and introduce the players. In the top left of Coda, the latter edition, we have the blue Zerg player, Jaedong. Again, Jaedong is a Korean player that needs almost no introduction. He's been around for a long time. He is just a super solid macro micro master. And let's move on to the Protoss. In the bottom right of Coda, the latter edition, we have the red Protoss player GunGFuBanDa. Again, a 16-year-old German professional player. He's had some rockiness in the past, but he's proven he's a really solid player. He's beaten players like 4GG in the past. He has beaten HOTS and Sok. He has been around for not so long, but he's already making quite a mark in the foreign community of Starcraft 2, and he, again, even beating really good Koreans at the same time. So this guy seems to have a pretty bright future. We'll see what happens with him. Some people don't like him just because of some of his past, some of his strategies that he uses in tournaments. But man, if you win, you know, you kind of have to respect that. So let's go ahead and get on into the match. Right now we are getting gas first. I think that was a gas first play into a gateway. So GunGFuBanDa may be going, yep, there's the Cyber Core, might be going for a Stargate opener, which would be pretty good. Oracles are fairly good units against Zerg if they don't have Spore Crawlers out, and sometimes they don't. Again, Queens do hit them fairly hard, but they're kind of slow. They can't really DPS an Oracle down by themselves without giving up 6 to 7 drone kills, which is not exactly what you want to see. Whoa, Jaedong again is going this 3 hatch before pool build, saying, you know what, you beat me the first time I went for this, but I'm going to go it again and see what you can do against it this time, my 16-year-old German friend. I am 25. I am the adult here, and I can beat you with this strategy. You do not scare me whatsoever. So there goes the pool. We don't have any gas quite yet, but this probe doesn't want to throw down pylons, not going to try to cannon out our friend Jaedong. What are we doing with our tech is going to be the question. So it looked like a Cyber Core into a Nexus play here from GunGFuBanDa. So no crazy 1-base all-in. It's going to be fairly macro, possibly a 2-base type all-in strategy, which is really good here in Heart of the Swarm. And what is this probe going to do? Hanging out at the top of the ramp, probably going to throw down a pylon, get some gateways up here. Yep, that's likely what we are going to see. This pylon's scouting things out, seeing as there are a huge swell of lings going to come and try to kill me. The spawning pool is finished. There are 4 lings in production, but Jaedong knows it's important to get those drones out. Much more important than getting a lot of lings out. You're not going to be able to kill a good Protoss player, especially not with a Mothership Core, especially not with Photon Overcharge available to them at this point, and especially not with good sentries and force field control. So let's see what GunGFuBanDa is going to do with that tech of choice. Once again, the Cybernetics Core has been up for quite a while, and last time he pretty much made nothing but gateways, so it's possible that could be what we see again, but usually against Zerg we will see a Stargate, or possibly a robotics facility going into things, or a Twilight Council with Blink Stalkers or Dark Templars, or Colossus are really good. Immortals are really good too. There's a lot of things that can scare a Zerg player and be a very solid strategy for our Protoss individual. But instead, it looks like we're kind of sticking on those gateways. A couple gas now coming up for Jaedong. He needs that gas as a Zerg player. Obviously, Lings scouting around again. Now, Jaedong did a good job in the previous game scouting things out, but I don't think he actually scouted out any of the forward pylons that GunGFuBanDa threw down until it was too late. So pretty insane. I mean, I guess GunGFuBanDa did throw down about 3 forward pylons. And there we go. There's the Stargate. That is the choice from GunGFuBanDa. Also, Roach Warren on its way for Jaedong. And here's the forward pylon. So again, the link can be out scouting, but it's no guarantee you're actually going to find what the Protoss player is doing. I know that's kind of discouraging, but if the Protoss is using some really good hiding spots, and especially if the Protoss is pressuring you with a Mothership Core and a Zealot and a Stalker, Stalker? Nope, no Stalker, just sitting at home with this sentry. Then maybe you'll be a little bit too distracted to find this forward pylon that is hiding so sneakily behind the spinning fan and the green gassy stuff. But here come the slowlings. They're going to try to kill this zealot, get a surround on it, and they do get the zealot trapped, but 3 more zealots are on the way. Going to run away. The lings want nothing to do with that particular battle as the roach warrant finished. It is 6 roaches in production, spore crawlers up on the way as well. Did he scout out that starport? He did actually scout it out, I think, with this overlord, so well scouted. This is something you want to do, is have overlords in positions to run on in, peek at stuff, maybe sacrifice themselves to get on in to get a full scout off of the Protoss base, but you need that scouting information so very, very badly. Here come a bunch of roaches, and these zealots are in super trouble right now. That queen can take down that mothership core by itself, especially if the mothership core is distracted trying to take down these roaches. But wow, that push got cleaned up very, very easily for Jaedong at 69 to 56 total supply, 43 to 44 harvesters. But Jaedong is in 3 bases and GunGFuBanDa is only on 2. A little bit oversaturated here at the natural. Going to pull some workers off onto the gas to make sure we get that 4 gas income coming for that Oracle and for the Void Ray. Where's this Oracle? Here it is. Swinging on out. We're going to find this because it's fast and it's really fun to watch. But I think there are spore crawlers in every base. There are. There's that spore crawler getting a couple hits off, and the queen continuing to hit as well. The Oracle is down to 76 hit points, trying to regenerate those shields. But man, there's just really nowhere to poke in at that 3rd base. How's this 1st base look is going to be the question. The queen is ready, and the queen at the natural conspiring to try to kill this Oracle before it gets anywhere near the precious drones. The roaches are moving out. We are getting, what, missile attack, speed for the lings, as well as groove spines, which is actually an attack upgrade for our hydralisks, range upgrade. So we're planning on getting some hydras. I don't think we have any quite yet. It looks like a roach hydra composition is going to be for Jaedong. Taking on this 3rd base would be really nice for Jaedong, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. No, it's not. The roaches are heading back on home, and GunGFuBanDa is in a great position getting that +1 ground attack for those units. It applies to immortals and sentries and zealots and stalkers and so many things. It's a very, very useful upgrade to get. What is going on over here? Ah, Revelation was thrown down on all of these units. The Oracle says if I can't kill your workers, I'm going to use Revelation, causing enemy and neutral units and structures within the target area to grant vision for 60 seconds. So yeah, basically a free scout for 60 seconds on everything in the main, sees the Hydralisk Den, sees the Evolution Chamber wiggling around, recognizes that missile attack is being upgraded. 4th base on the way here for Jaedong, but GunGFuBanDa throwing down a pylon, a very sneaky pylon at that. This is why I like to bring a couple lings at a morphing hatchery, maybe get an overlord over here to provide some additional vision, because you'd think the hatchery could see this, but when it's morphing, it cannot see anything at all. See? Nope. Can't see that pylon, and GunGFuBanDa knows it. Here comes some roaches chasing down this poor zealot, and it just stands there and takes its punishment. Oop, ends up dead. Very, very sad day there. Here's the pylon. We might warp some things in. 10 hydras in production, 126 to 90 supply. Jaedong here at the 11-minute mark is at 132 supply. It is not an 11-minute max on roaches, but considering the pressure we've had, that's pretty darn good in my book. Are we going to warp anything in and try to cancel this? Yes, we are. Couple zealots. I think the DPS on that with a +1 attack might be enough to take it down. Ground weapons level 2 on the way, but not quite finished yet. Blink being researched, and a Dark Shrine. So we want Dark Templar, which is a little bit of a desperation play, I think, from GunGFuBanDa. Recognizing he's a little bit behind. More and more zealots. And no, the cancel does not happen on this hatchery. I don't see any units actually trying to come and save this. Oh, here we go. A few roaches are on the way. They're going to be too late, though. Instead, moving up with the hydras and the roaches with that +1 missile attack. And we're going to try to kill stuff now. We lost the 4th base, but that is okay. We're going to kill your zealots and then try to kill your 3rd base. So here we come. Roaches and hydras marching right on up. Do they get through? No. Good force field, but I think we have enough DPS to take down that cannon. Yes, we do. And the next cannon as well. The hydras have that range and that +1. Yes, the other cannon ends up dead. Roaches and Hydra sitting back here waiting for reinforcements, not trying to push up there quite yet. The photon overcharge is going down. Ooh, sniping down a sentry. Very nice. And the Dark Templars are swinging away at this army. There are no Overseers with the army. Overseers are marching or morphing, but they're a little bit late here. I don't think that Jaedong is ready for that, but he's making more and more roaches, more and more Hydras. He recognizes once he has Overseers, those Dark Templars are going to be in a lot of trouble. And where are the Overseers? Here's one. It's coming. Very, very slowly. Faster than an Overlord, but still, look at this guy. Blah. Move speed 1.88. Blah. I'm coming, guys. I'm going to help you. Another Overseer morphed in over here. Gets a scout off on these gateways. Trying to push up out this ramp. The force fields are really good, though. But at the same time, standing in and taking some shots, there's now an Archon for GunGFuBanDa. So one Guardian Shield going down as well. There is also a Void Ray, but with the number of Hydras on the field, I don't know if that's really going to make a difference at all. The Overseer kind of hanging out, just waiting for the appearance of the Dark Templar. A bunch of units trapped inside force fields, but they don't get killed, which is a little bit unique, actually. Oh, no, these guys are going to die. Never mind. They do end up dead, but so many Roaches and Hydras are here in the natural for GunGFuBanDa. They're focusing down this Nexus. They can't be really dealt with the army from the backside because they're being annoyed by Roaches and Hydras out here on the low ground. The Void Ray is going to go down. Yes, the Hydras take care of that quite easily. More and more Hydras in production. Void Rays in production for GunGFuBanDa. I'm not sure about that choice. Pushing up. Oh, all the sentries are dead. That is very nice for Jaedong, choosing to focus on this third base now where there is a cannon, but the cannon I think might be a casualty of these Hydras before long, and there it is. It ends up exploded, being forced to pull workers off the line. Is GunGFuBanDa. A terrible position for the Protoss player. 9 probes died there, getting right on in. There is another cannon, but man, it's a single cannon. It's a few Stalkers trying to deal with this, but it's just not quite enough. The Overseers are here just making sure no more Dark Templars show up. I really haven't seen any in this battle. I'm not sure where they are or if they died earlier. Entirely possible, but that's it. GunGFuBanDa calls the GG. Jaedong is victorious and ties up this series 1-1 going into a game 3. So pretty exciting stuff there. Thanks so much for joining me today. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Blizzard upload. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all /Falcon Paladin. You can also send me your own replays to falconpaladin@gmail.com. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.